The overview of Breakthrough is fundamentally, it's an expansion to Allied Assault and Spearhead. You can play it independent of Spearhead, but really it's a much more robust experience if you've already gone through one of the other expansion packs. We start you off sort of in the deserts, the high deserts of Kasserine Pass in northern Africa, and then take you on the march north through Italy and Sicily to sort of all of the historic battles that took place. Whether or not we won them or lost them, we take you to them and give you an opportunity to succeed at the mission. We start you off very, very fast paced. So we start you off in a dust storm in the middle of a tank battle that you're losing. And so you have to go and actually try and recover from this tank battle that's being lost. And so we start you off there very immersed in the game, moving very fast, and then sort of take you on a couple of other missions. For instance, there was a failed glider attempt by the Allied forces to land on the beaches of Italy. At one point, we were repelled from Monte Cassino. So we take you through these really historic battles that, as I say, we didn't necessarily win, but we give the player an opportunity to recreate, relive that history and make a difference. We allow you to become a hero. I mean, a lot of it is allowing the player to feel heroic, to become heroic, and see just what was happening in the battle, what was going on, what historical event, why were we not able to land on the beach? Well, there was these, K5 cannons lobbing these 20-foot shells at the beach, and so you get to go and blow up K5s in one of the missions, in our 3-3 mission. So at one point there's I don't want to give away too much of the end, but at one point there's a guy who calls in an airstrike more or less on his exact position. So, we take you through moments, through scripted events that allow you to sort of be in the moment, forget about the fact that you're sitting in front of a PC for a little while. We believe that it's considerably longer. You start with 11 first single-player missions, and then there's 9 multiplayer missions. What we've been trying to do is, on the very easiest setting, set it so it's somewhere between about 45 minutes and an hour and a half of gameplay per level. Obviously, there's guys out there that are the uber first-person players. They're going to be able to do it faster. We have not yet had any of our testers make it in less than about 35, 40 minutes. Sort of the moderate game player on medium should be able to play the game for about 12 hours. So we're aiming for 12 to 15 hours of gameplay. There is a story. It's not a linear story by any means. You're following the career of Sergeant John Baker, this great Army ground pounder, as he starts off in Africa and sort of makes his march north over a couple of years. So there is a story to it within the individual missions. So mission 1, they're all cohesive. Mission 2, they're all cohesive. And mission 3, they're all cohesive. But between the missions, stuff happens, years go by, that type of thing. So yeah, what we tried to do is we took a lot of the historic Italian weapons that weren't necessarily functional and added a little bit to them and made them these great new weapons, from a sniper rifle, the Modello, sort of the Italian artillery. We've got the Piat, which is sort of a shotgun bazooka combo thing. So we opened up the encyclopedia and started flipping through and finding things that looked pretty cool that maybe the Italians never worked out, but for gameplay purposes are really great to throw into the game. On the multiplayer side, we listened to the community, EA listened to the community, and we added 9 new multiplayer maps, 3 tow, 3 objective, and 3 new in a new game mode called Liberation. And Liberation sort of is somewhat similar to the original Quake Jailbreak, but we added a lot more features and fun to it to add experience, so you're not always sitting there in jail, particularly if you die, and added a little bit of strategy to it, so you actually had to defend the jail in order to actually succeed at the missions. And then, of course, all 9 can be played as independent, as just straight deathmatch. So, also on multiplayer, we started working on the networking code to try and make it a little bit more robust, a little bit more stable, a little bit faster ping times. And we added something called instant action for the not quite the hardcore gamer, so that they can literally push go and they're in a game playing with people instead of having to do GameSpy setup and all the other stuff that is required. We're hoping that this is really something that people are going to love. We're hoping that we've addressed a lot of the community problems. I mean, we went and spent a good couple weeks sort of scanning all the boards and reading all the posts, trying to make sure that we're delivering a game that the community and that the consumers want. I think the official word from EA is that this is September, it's Q4 product for this year.